I know I said I was going to do an undead layer, but I found a mad lab in there, Vera, and they're also something you need to know how to do. So instead of teaching you how to do an undead layer, I'm going to teach you how to do a mad lab. These are actually not as hard as they would seem. So basically, if you just touch the green stuff, you get really fast, but you're not able to shoot. So being unable to shoot is not so great. But if you just get into the blue stuff, you're good again, although you're slow again too. But you just want to be careful. You want to definitely kill green guys as soon as you see them because they do heal their allies. They're not much. So they're not too bad. I mean, this part is usually pretty easy. These guys are all just minions. They're not very strong either. Getting confused and pushed into the green stuff isn't too bad. This is really the straightforward part of the dungeon. Is just getting from A to B for like that kind of a room with this kind of a room as well. I would suggest killing all the Tesla coils you see on the way because that way I mean, okay, maybe not when you're soloing, but usually you won't be soloing. And if you break all the Tesla coils, you have a chance to fight the final boss. And he has the same drops as the first boss, and in my opinion, he's far easier, actually. Especially if you have a decent group that knows how to deal with him. And I think I'll cover how to kill him, but I might not actually succeed in killing him because he is tricky to solo. Because you really need a lot of DPS, and you need someone who can tank him, because he is dangerous to any noobs, so you need at least one decently maxed character to tank. And I'm not a tank, so I can't solo him easily. But it's worth knowing how to deal with him. I'm also going to try to explain how to do the treasure room of an abyss, if I find one. I always forget to look for them, but you probably should. It's just, I'm not a fan of abysses. I find them not as entertaining, so I end up leaving as soon as I'm done, but that of course means I'm not going to be able to show you how to do it. Now, these guys here, the big gray guys, they're a little bit annoying. There's minor nuisances because you can't get too close to them because they do have a shotgun that hurts, and when you kill them they turn into a bunch of those little pink guys that confuse, and they often can indeed come in groups of 3 or more. So, you do have to be careful, and just, fight them like you'd fight anything else. Dodge their shots, and try to hit some damage on them. Their shotgun doesn't have much range, and the attack doesn't do that much damage, especially once you start maxing def, so it's really not that bad. So you just keep going through. It may seem boring, but it's a lot more entertaining when you're actually doing it. And you can just check, I mean, look at that, a couple T8 weapons, and I rarely even pick those up. Just because they're not that valuable compared to the other stuff you find. And I mean, my inventory is full of better stuff right now, so. Just finish off this guy. Don't forget about your Tesla coils. Just like it's always good to kill the Tesla coils because it's not that hard, and it gives you an opportunity to do the boss if you so feel like it at the end. Just, these walls are relatively heavy, and I like to strafe just to keep myself entertained while I kill them. But you do want to be a little bit back when you do destroy them, because there could be a large enemy on the other side trying to kill you. Now, where's the other kind of enemy I want to show you? They're usually more common. There. Nope, that's not him. Just finish that off, and that, and that. And finish this guy off. At this point with maxed Dex, you have decent DPS, you should be able to kill them relatively quickly, and max speed means dodging should not be an issue, and you just move along, and you're being pro-ed, man. Alright, just keep going. Still no. Oh, well, the bad enemy's not here, I'm good at that. There's only one enemy that really annoys me, and it's the one that can do a lot of damage. He's not anywhere to be found, so that's good. I'll probably find one soon enough. He looks like the creation, so. Alright, I think I'm going to pause until I get to a confused room, because the next kind of difficult room is the confused room, and I have a couple tips and tricks on how to beat that, so I'm going to pause until I get to there. Okay, so this is the loathed confused room. In this room, those little stars, the star thingies, will indeed confuse you. This is the hard kind. The easy kind has walls, and you can just... The key when you confuse is that up right and down left do not change. They stay as they are. It's only the other directions that get modified, because basically along the, x equals y diagonal, they swap the controls, okay? So they basically take the inverse of all the controls. So up becomes right, right becomes up, but up right stays the same, because you're still holding up and right, even though they're on opposite sides. Aside from that, this dungeon, especially this square one, you can just go and dodge and just pause when you're confused. See, I'm confused, pause, it doesn't last very long. You can dodge fairly well. Now, if you are confused and you hit the green stuff, I would suggest, depending on your skill as confused, you can try just which is closer. So for example, if I was confused there and I didn't know how to dodge, and I accidentally walked over to here maybe, I'd probably hold up and right until I landed on one of these paths, and then I'd let go and I'd be safe. But I am better at confused, so I can actually theoretically step across safely a shorter path. But I mean, at this point, you are a decently fast character, so you shouldn't die getting to your next path. If you think you might, do what you always need to do. Nexus. The Nexus key is your friend, okay? Never forget that the Nexus key is your friend. It's much better to accidentally Nexus when you didn't mean to, than to accidentally die when you didn't mean to. Now, here's that other enemy I was talking about. This guy starts off really easy. But the more damage you do to him, he gets angrier and angrier and bigger until eventually he starts shooting more bullets and bigger bullets. And when they're at max size like that, they are fast and they are deadly and they are annoying and scary. But he's not that strong an enemy because they're really, really easy bullets to dodge. Now, they are a little bit more of a nuisance if you're a melee character because you have to worry about the fact that if all three hit, you're very likely going to be less alive than you were at the start. So be very careful if you're a melee character near them. If you're a rogue, I'd suggest, cloaking throughout your attacks. If you're knight, I'd suggest, stun, attack, retreat, stun, attack, retreat. Warrior, use your ability to rush in, do damage, rush out. Just, these are the guys to use your abilities on. And notice that if he's near the green guy, he's going to get healed, which means you'll have to do more damage to kill him, which means that he's more annoying. But even with heals, he's not invincible, because the green guys are not excellent healers, they're just healers. And early on I actually found this in this dungeon, which is kind of nice. I'll just put that, and I got like a full inventory, but I usually drop T4 abilities and T8 gear, because I find better stuff fast enough. So let's go this way. This is actually heading towards the boss. If you want to have a chance at the secondary boss, you might want to use the paths that don't go towards the boss. Now these guys, people always wonder, when do these guys explode? Like that. The key is when you damage them a lot, they decide to go suicide. But you can kill them while they're trying to suicide, and then they won't explode. That's basically the summary. So if you just keep attacking them after they stop attacking for like a couple seconds, they won't explode. Alright, so I'm almost at the boss room, so the boss is the key to doing this easily. A lot of people say the boss is very hard, and he is if you don't know how to deal with him properly. If you know how to deal with him properly, this boss is a joke. You will see he is a joke, although he still can kill you. His potions do way too much damage if you stand on top of them. Little hint, don't stand on top of potions. If you find yourself on top of a potion, I would almost say Nexus, just in case it does choose to explode at that moment, and you would be very much not as alive as you would like. Actually, no, I'm going to leave this for after the boss, just because the boss is right here, and that's going to shorten my path. I'll do boss, whoop, Tesla's secondary boss. So, at first this boss is easy. You just shoot at him. He's going to open up some of these, and that's the poison. If you get hit by all 6 of those, you're dead. I'm pretty sure even if you're a maxed warrior, I think you're dead. I'm not entirely sure about that. Don't quote me on that, but I think you're dead. And these things here, they hurt, but little hint, don't stand in them. They're supposed to create these little circles of death, and they do a very good job. But, see, look, now he goes this. He's a pussy. People find it hard because of that, because he spawns these guys. What are you going to do? Easy. Let them chase you. I'm here, little, gray son of a bitch. And even with my pet, I should be able to pull him pretty well. My pet's not going to be killing him anytime soon. If you have an overpowered pet or an electric pet, this doesn't really work, and then I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to kill them. So you just pull, bring him along. Because he's only allowed 4 pets at any given time. Any more, and he cannot spawn. He's just not allowed to bring any more pets into the game. Only 4 pets can be associated with him. So you just bring these pets far away and then run. And if you're not fast enough, well, this dungeon provides you a way to boost your speed. For free. What do you know? And then you can come back in. The reason you want to do this is because those green guys, the healer guys, they do heal him as well, which makes them annoying. Not to mention that all these enemies will tank for him while he's being healed. So again, you just have these guys chase you around. and just find a location in which to hide these guys so that they can't be spawned anymore, and then you're done. So yeah, attacking pets kind of make it slightly more difficult because you have to do it relatively fast. But you see, I do this, and now he's only allowed 2 enemies in his room with him, which like brings him from the epic nuisance that he usually is down to just a noob, right? And then once you get rid of all of them, and he's not allowed to have any minions, when he hides, he'll just hide for a couple seconds and come right back out. It's like no big deal. So I'll just do this. Kill this green guy. He's no good. I want to get more of these guys. These gray guys are the beauties. And they got high defense. Like my pet usually hits for 39, but they have high enough defense that my pet isn't going to be able to kill them that fast. They do occasionally just pause because they're brain damaged robots, I guess. But it's all good. They'll eventually chase you again. And at this point, you should be good enough at dodging their attacks that they don't have any hopes of even remotely killing you. And then you just and you run. And now he's only allowed 1 pet. At this point, I might just kill him depending on... Yeah, see, this pet's gonna be like one of those guys, and he's just hiding over there. He's... Oh, nope, never mind, he came back out. Okay. I pull him. And you'll see that now he will have no pets. Come on. Come to Papa. Come here, you. There you go. Who's a cute little evil robot? Yes, you are. Alright, here we go. Now, occasionally you might not want to collect them all in one place because then they can get slightly scary, but not really. Not really. He ran away, and now the boss is impotent. There is nothing that he can do. Except use his potions and his tower. That's his only attack. And if you can get killed by them, you kind of deserve to be killed, because that means you're not paying attention. Look, he'll hide there. Oh no. Scaredy cat. Oh no, now I have to deal with your minions. Oh wait, no I don't. See, just wait. Look at him with disapproving eyes. Call him a noob. But don't actually, because if you open your chat and he throws a potion, you can't move, you're dead. But, yep, there you go. For science. Yeah, of course. For death. For death. Okay, so they're going to speed through the battle now. Alright, so there you go. And I got a T8 robe and a wisdom potion, which I shall drink. Now, I'm almost, well, not actually almost maxed. And I normally kill these. I think I'm going to do all the bonus rooms, so, treasure rooms of abysses, coffin rooms of manors, extra boss of Mad Lab. I think I'll do those all in one nasty big video kind of thing. I think I'll have a video on how to do tombs and how to do trenches, although I'm still kind of working on those topics myself. They're not the kind of dungeons I usually frequent, because they do inherently come with a risk of death. But anyway, so that's how you do that. And it's really, as you saw, not that hard, especially if you know how to deal with the boss's minions. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.